Hello, everybody, and welcome to whatever the fuck we're calling this. I don't really know. It's just more of a secondary episode for the regular show. Mostly so I can
Oh,
talk to my buddy.
secondary
Yeah,
show.
me and Bree. Or whatever,
Eh,
she wants you to call her.
eh.
Or whatever the fuck.
most
What's up, man?
most people know me by Storm at this point. Isn't that so weird?
It is kind of weird, yeah.
Like it's taken me a while, but most people like that I work with at least, they know me as Storm.
You know what's really great? That it's your email, and yet it still knows you as Bree.
Oh, well, I mean, I literally haven't changed any of my shit because I'm lazy.
Because you just started using it again when we set this up.
Yeah, I literally am like, well, I don't know. I don't know how to change anything with technology.
Yeah, you're
You know,
basically a technological tard.
yeah, I mean, I'm literally like so impressed that I managed to change like my name on Hulu and like my name on Amazon.
And that it
Like my
only.
packages still don't come with Storm. They still like all my shit still says free. But like whenever I log in, my profile is Storm.
And that it only took you an hour to get your camera and shit set up last time.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just getting old or something. I don't know.
You know what I appreciate about you?
Hmm.
Is that you know me so well that when this started, this whole thing you got going on here, you didn't even bother bringing it up to me.
I literally I
Till I
was
said
like
something.
I wanted it to be so low key. Like I did not like announce it. I didn't tell people. Like I just started introducing myself to new people as Storm.
Nice.
And like I was like started going into a certain aesthetic real hard, and I tried to like have a more masculine vibe. But like I was pretty much just me.
I also appreciate that you didn't even come up with a whole new name. You just switched to your middle name.
I mean, how lazy is that, right?
I mean, I feel like if I decided to transition to a woman, I wouldn't even have to change my name.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah. I mean, if I wanted to like fem it up, I'd just get rid of the O and put an E.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like I have a trans friend who is female to male, and his given birth name is Taylor,
Oh,
and
I
he
thought you were going
still
to say
goes by
Riley.
Taylor.
There's a few that you can go either way. Like if your name's Riley, you don't have to change your name.
Right. I mean, if your parents gift you with a beautiful like
If your
can
name's
go either
Alex, you're
way,
fucking set. If your name is
right?
Alex, that one really goes both ways regardless.
Right? Like whenever I started asking people to start calling me Storm, like I got a lot of pushback at work from like my superiors of all people. And I was like, what the fuck? Like this is literally a gift from my mother. Like
Yeah, it's my
my
given name,
mom
asswipe.
my my mom gave me this name and I will use it if I want to, damn it. Like what the fuck you mean? I think that like my whole thing probably would have taken even longer. Like it would have taken me so much longer to like get confident in it had it not been for getting pushback. Like if they hadn't said no you can't, I don't know if I would have had enough like oomph without the spite, you know?
Yeah, I kind of just assumed that you didn't bother bringing it up to me because you knew you'd get that look from me. And I mean, it'd be over the phone, but you'd be able to hear it. You'd be able to
Oh
hear the
yeah,
look.
I mean, you can hear that look. That is definitely a look that I have heard in the past.
That look like, really? You want me to participate in this? Come on, bro. I've been calling you bro for like 15 years. I was ahead of the curve. I was calling you
Right?
bro when we were dating.
I know. I know, and you know what's really funny is that like me and Ryan call each other bro and dude too.
Jesus. Here, hold on 1 second. I'm getting a call from the dentist.
I
Or Penelec. I'm not really sure. Yellow.
5 minutes later.
I appreciate it. Bye. Jesus Christ.
that took forever.
I mean, no, it was like a minute and a half, but I've got Angel and Ollie here today because they're both sick.
Oh.
They both painted my couch white this morning with puke. It's been great.
Oh.
Angel's been sick for like a week and a half.
Oh my god.
At this point, I don't know if he's doing it on purpose because he knows he gets out of school or...
I mean, how do you puke on purpose when you're a kid?
Oh no, he does it all the time. He's been doing it his whole life. He can make himself puke on command.
Why?
He's pretty good at it. He'll just make himself cough and like, I think he like pushes it up while he's making himself cough.
All right.
And we're back.
Back.
Holy fuck.
Anyways.
Oh. Yeah, I don't even remember what the fuck we were talking about.
The fact that you used to call me bro all the time, and that is still something that I do in my current relationship.
I'm glad you carried that over.
Yeah. That's just me.
You're just bro.
Bro.
We were talking about you on the last episode we did. I don't remember what for exactly. You've actually come up a couple times because one of my co-hosts is moving to York.
Oh no!
And I was like, I told him, I'm like, don't do that. And I'm like, but if you do, you could, because he's already got like 3 friends named Bree. I'm like, you could actually add to your collection of Brees, because I have one near York.
Oh my god!
And he's like, oh really? Is Bree hot? And I mean, I cut it out just because I didn't want to sound like a dickhead to everyone else. I mean, not to you. I knew it wouldn't offend you, but I knew it would make me sound like a dick to everybody else. But I was like, I mean, Bree goes by they, them now, so no. Not to me.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah.
when I said the they, them thing, my buddy Huggy, who I worked with at McDonald's, he looked at me, because this was his first time on the show, and he looked at me, he's like, I was like, that's why we're friends, Huggy. Because he is an extremely like nice, he's probably the nicest dude on the planet, but it's just the look on his face when I said that, I was like, that's amazing. He doesn't care about gay or trans or any of that. I think the they, them shit just bugs him like it bugs me. It's just so annoying like and
the most
stupid.
Ostracized.
It's
like
so annoying.
It honestly is like probably the most ostracized of like all the LGBTQIA stuff. Like, I think that the non-binary and asexual crowd are like the ones that get the most heat and the most like bullshit, and people who can't like get on board. And like, it's whatever. I mean, you don't have to like believe that. Just call me what I want to be called. Like, well, that's not that hard, you know?
Well, I mean, I'm going to call you whatever I want to call you.
Well, that, you know, we've had a very long history of that just being the way that it is.
You and your brother are my favorite homos.
I set a precedent, you know?
Yep. And you carried Shane along with that.
You know, I love that. I love that kid, but I did ruin him.
He loves you too. He just doesn't want to hang out with you.
No, I don't want to hang out with you.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah,
brother.
pretty
What a
much.
guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, to
That's
be
pretty much
fair,
exactly it.
your mom kind of set that precedent when she didn't want to hang out with him when he was born.
Ah,
So,
burn.
he might just be
Big
getting you back for
burn.
that.
I mean, to be fair, he was like semi-planned. Like, I mean, she didn't want to get pregnant or whatever, but like she had planned on giving him to his parents whenever she had a baby.
Well, he looked at you and he's like, but they kept her. What the fuck?
Ah! Ah! Ah!
It's like, Mom, what is wrong with you?
Oh,
Why didn't
listen,
you
I
hand
feel
her
like
over?
his parents probably would have taken me too.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure you don't want to get into it, but I mean, given the origin stories of both you and Shane, you would think you would have been the one who'd have been handed over for adoption.
Oh, 100%, 100%. And I'm gonna tell you, from the child that got kept story, like no one ever hears this side of the story. I was jealous as fuck
Of
growing
Shane?
up. Yeah, I remember the meanest thing I ever said to my mom, the meanest thing I ever said to her. And like, I felt bad even as a kid after I said it. But like, looking back now, I feel so bad. But what I said to her was, why didn't you give me up for adoption? I could have had all the things that I want just like Shane does.
How does it feel for you and Shane to know that your mother only loved one of her children? And it's neither one of you.
I know.
It's the blonde-haired, blue-eyed one.
I mean, Shane is also blonde-haired and blue-eyed.
Yeah, but he's a Mao.
But Sam has green eyes, actually.
Does she?
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. I never really paid attention to that much detail.
Yeah. I don't know that he... Here's the thing, is that Shane gets to be the favorite,
Yeah.
because he's an only child on the other side of things,
Yeah. He gets to be an only child and have siblings. What kind of shit is that?
Like, isn't that some bullshit?
That's a fucking deal, bro.
Right? Like, and you wonder why I said that I was jealous.
He fucking made out in that deal, man.
Yeah, he really did. He really fucking did. And his parents were like, okay, so this is gonna, this is fucked up. I'm gonna say some fucked up shit right now. But like, his parents lost a child, and
Before him or after?
before him.
That's what I thought.
And that was like why my mom did what she did, because she had a lot of like empathy and sympathy for his parents, and because of that, they looked at him like a miracle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they were like, we can't say no to the miracle,
Wow.
So like, when I say that like I raised my siblings, what I mean when it comes to Shane is that his parents were so afraid of upsetting him or like coming off as the bad guy,
Yeah.
right? That they just wouldn't punish him.
Jesus.
And like I would come over and he was mean to his mom like you're mean to your mom, right?
You came over with that spike paddle and spanked his ass. Psh, psh.
Well, I would come over and his mom would literally tell me like the shit that he did that was like fucked up. And I would be like, whoa, he can't be doing that, you know? And she'd be like, yeah, you gotta tell him.
You gotta tell him.
Say less, you know, say less. And so I took care of the discipline of my brother.
Jesus
And like
Christ.
they're like that's if you ask my brother about like the most iconic memory. Hold on. What, Lila? Okay. If you ask my brother the most iconic memory he has of me, it's of me holding him hostage in a room with the door closed shut and just opening it to shoot I can't remember if it was shoot a Nerf gun at him or chuck like
A
like
brick at him?
no like a soccer ball, a football, whatever the fuck.
You can't
Nerf
remember what you
ball.
abused him with?
No, I can't. I can tell you, I can't. He could remember.
I'm sure he could.
And if you ask him, that's the memory he has of me growing up.
Jesus Christ.
And when I say I raised my sister, I took care of her in a much more like day-to-day kind of way, you know, like my mom slept during the day, so I took care of like her lunch, and you know, I had to make sure my mom was up for dinner, and sometimes because my sister's diabetic, I had to figure out medical stuff too. So like I learned how to give my sister a shot when I was 9.
Is she diabetic?
Yeah, she's a type 1 diabetic.
Right.
And
Fair enough.
that's the difference on that.
Jesus.
But yeah, so no, I learned how to give my sister her insulin shots when I was 9.
To be fair, I would still give your sister an injection of calcium. Protein.
I don't know how many times I gotta go over. You
All
can't
over
talk about my little baby sister like that.
face. She's not a baby anymore.
She will
When in
always.
doubt, pinky out.
Did I do that?
You did.
I always do that. Every fucking time. I can't help it.
I've been talking about your sister and your mother like that for like fucking 15 years, bro.
I know.
It's never gonna end.
It's
Unless one
never
of them
gonna
becomes unattractive, which just seems unlikely.
end.
Even at her current state, I find Sammy attractive.
It is the curse of my life.
Mine too. Just they'll never have me.
I was born the ugly sibling.
No, that is not true. Not even close to true. I mean, I can't say that we now currently live in a world where I find you attractive. I'm sorry, I'm just not into it. But when you were a teenager and in like the first half of your 20s, you were attractive.
The first half of my 20s, I was chunky.
I don't mind chunky. I just don't like fat.
What's the line?
It really depends on the height, but say an average heighted woman.
I mean, like, what's the difference, like appearance-wise between chunky and fat? Like, where's the line on that?
That's a good question.
Right?
I would say when the gut overhangs the titties.
What?
When the gut is bigger than the titties.
Oh. Okay.
Like when your gut sticks out further than your boobies do, that's a problem.
But what if you're only fat, like, from the waist down? Like from
what
the
it's
hips
like
down.
thighs?
Yeah. Or like arms.
There is a, pun intended, much wider berth of leeway given for wide-hipped and thighed women.
But what about like arms and face?
Yeah, well, I mean,
I had fat arms back in the day. They
yeah,
were
but
like,
they gotta be like humongous for me to be offended by somebody's arms.
go on, Lila. I told you I was talking.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check on mine too.
No, she wants to see you.
Hi.
I'm trying to kill you.
Whoa.
She was trying to scare you.
Oh, I thought she said she wants to kill me.
Nah.
Whew. That was scary for a second.
He said that was scary for a second.
As far as the face, though, I mean, if it's beyond baby fat, then we have like an issue. But if it's like a cute, chunky face, I can deal with that. But I mean, it really just depends. Depends on the face. It all really kind of depends on the face, because I will do a fat bitch if she's got a pretty face.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And she
All
doesn't.
about the face.
And if she doesn't smell, I mean, that's necessary too.
You know what my mom said to me the other day? That I had a long face.
You're like John Kerry. You got a long face.
I was like, damn, I'm just sitting over here, horse face.
Hey, Frank. Why the long face?
Yeah, I don't
Like-
know. I don't think I'd say you have a long face.
Hey, you're glitching.
So were you, but you're back now.
You're back now too.
Sweet. Guess who's back again.
She's
back. Tell some men.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it goes. That's the lines. My night last night was shitty, literally for that reason.
Nobody would listen to you.
Yeah, like my fucking okay. So I run an extruder. It puts the candy on the board. I have a person who puts the boards on the conveyor belt that the candy then goes onto. I run the machine.
Okay. That's probably Penelec. I just want to tear the house down, man.
Don't have kids, man.
It's a little late.
I know. We done goofed a little bit.
I only have 12 of them. It's fine. Fucking Christ. You know how much coffee I've been drinking lately? It's insane.
Aren't you like not supposed to be drinking coffee?
Not supposed to be drinking energy drinks. Coffee's fine.
I
Though
thought you said you were off the stuff.
I'm pretty sure that the amount of sugar that I use negates the fact that I'm not drinking an energy drink, but, you know.
I feel that.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Too.
I want my coffee to not taste like coffee.
Right. Because why would I want to drink something bitter?
Exactly.
My life is bitter enough.
It's like if I wanted to drink something bitter, I guess you'd probably swallow. Bam!
Right in the right
Wait.
setup for that shit.
Never mind.
Anyways.
People are gonna watch this. In theory.
Oh. I mean, in theory.
So,
Probably not.
you never
Probably not.
You never know.
Who wants to sit and listen to me talk?
I mean, to be fair, people listen to me and Frank and Mikey talk, so. And I know you way better than I know them. I know you way better than I know most people.
I mean, yeah, we've been friends for what? Oh,
I was
16 years?
I was like 16, so yeah, I'm about to turn 32, so. Yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
That's wild, bro.
That's why I used to like, you would post things, and like, back when you had friends, you'd be like, this is my best friend, and I'd be like, she's full of shit!
Listen, I only have one other person that I've been friends with for longer than you.
They don't matter.
That is Alyssa. And Alyssa
Okay.
is my other best friend.
I don't think that's true. That literally
She's
can't be true.
she's my girl best friend.
I don't care.
There's a distinction. There's a different type of friendship involved in all that. You know?
Does Alyssa know everything about you?
Yes.
Everything?
We talk about literally everything.
That's hurtful.
She knows about like my gross like female shit too.
Well,
That like I can't tell you.
I mean, you could. I'd just hang out.
Right. So that's why I can't tell you. Because it's really more like, hey, have you had this happen? What was that about? And that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't have any answer to that, and you would just hang up on me.
Yes. I
So,
guess she can be your best female friend.
exactly.
But she's got to have the qualifier of female friend. I have no qualifier.
You have no qualifier?
You can even have a best male friend.
I think
no qualifier.
I'm pretty sure I've literally been friends with her since. Okay, so how many years is that? 24 years? I've been friends with her for 24 years.
Yeah. I've been friends with
That's
Kenny
insane.
I've been friends with Kenny for 25 years, and I would still consider you my best friend.
Okay.
So time doesn't fucking come into this conversation, motherfucker.
Okay. All right, fair enough. No qualifier then.
No qualifier. I am number one. He was number one.
It was his hat, Mr. Krabs. He was number one.
I'm even gonna put that little SpongeBob scene right in there.
Oh, look at you, so fancy with your technologies.
You wouldn't know that because you don't watch my podcast.
That's right.
Which is probably for the best.
Probably. There's a lot of stuff that like I just we don't. We're just gonna forget about that about Boomer. We're just not gonna. We don't know that.
There are things that I say when I'm around other dudes that would offend some people.
Right.
And I put it out on the internet.
I don't
want to
know.
Yeah.
Right. Not exactly the greatest, but you know, I just like I choose to go against my morals and turn a blind eye to a lot when it comes to you.
I do the same thing when it comes to you, so.
Right, and that's why we're still BFFs.
To be fair, if you looked on my Twitter, though, I kind of go both ways on the people that I roast when I occasionally comment on shit. Because there's this broad on there. I don't know if you've heard of her. Her name is Pearl. And she is constantly talking about how women who are over 25 are over the hill.
I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
How men shouldn't be taking care of other people's children. and single moms have nothing to offer in the world. And I get
So crazy person.
most of the time. But she's like, I don't know. I mean, maybe you've heard of this dude because he is huge. This dude, Andrew Tate.
Oh yeah, I've heard of him.
She's like the female equivalent of Andrew Tate.
So
but
a fucking
on the
nutcase.
same side.
Yeah.
She's not like
Yeah,
talking about females the same way that Andrew Tate talks about men. She's talking
Right.
about men the same way that Andrew Tate does.
Right.
And
So-
I hate both of them equally.
I especially okay, listen. I
like to call him Andrew Taint.
I like it. So whenever I think, that's what I think. Whenever I think Andrew Tate, my brain actually doesn't say Andrew Tate, it says Andrew Taint.
Yeah. And he also kind of resembles a penis.
Yeah, 100%. But he probably likes that about himself.
Probably does, yeah.
I mean, probably. But anywho, what I was trying to get to, what was I going to say to you? Oh, okay. So, as a person who's like trying to do the whole non-binary deal, I still like grew up female. Like I grew up a woman in this fucking piece of shit world for women, right? Follow me. So, I grew up looking at other women as like my fellow like survivors in this world, you know, like you also had to go through trials and tribulations, my dude, because you also grew up a girl. So like the idea of a woman coming like at other women like that just seems insane. It seems like you're biting your own tail, you know what I mean?
Well, I think half of it, I think she believes, you know, a percentage of what she says. I think there's a large portion of it, though, that what Twitter does now that, you know, the rest of them don't do is that they've found a way to share monetization with the people who are posting on Twitter. And it depends on how much engagement you get. So when she says shit like that, people comment on it and react to it, and the more comments and reactions you get, the more money you make.
That's so shitty.
So even if people are shitting on her, she's still getting paid off of it. Which is why I don't comment most of the time unless I see something that I'm like, this is fucking way too ridiculous for me to not say something. She's not going to ever fucking read it, but hopefully her fucking idiot followers will read it. And maybe someone will be like, maybe she is an idiot. So
that's always the goal, but how often does that actually happen?
I'm not a total fucking red-pilled fucking asswipe.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, I don't know that I could blind eye total opposite end, you know, because that, ugh.
I mean, I think you could up to the point where I was like, fags need to burn.
Yeah, probably.
I think you can turn a blind eye to a lot.
I can. That is true. With you, at least. I'm like...
But if I became one of those dudes with the picket signs that says, like, God hates fags, I think that might be your tipping point.
Yeah, that might do it.
But I think I could weasel my way right up to that line. Like, right before I'm about to put on the Klan hood.
Like, I don't know. I never know where the line is until, like, someone gets mighty, mighty close. And I'm like, ooh, you getting real close to that line that I can't.
Well, the upside for you is that you've known me for so fucking long. You know that half of the shit I say is to get a reaction.
Yeah, like I've learned that, like, over the years we have had fights, you know. Some epic doozies. And so
And
I
years
think
of
that,
not speaking to each other in that time.
yeah.
Not for any.
I mean,
Not ever from a fight though. It's generally just like we hang up the phone one time and then the next time we actually
forget to pick it up for a year.
Yeah. Or I think it's in a case from like teenage years to 20s. I think there was like a good 3 years there.
No.
I think so.
No.
When I think we maybe had one conversation, it was like a half hour long, like our shortest conversation in history. There was a long period where we didn't talk. Up until that dude, I can't remember what his name was. He was right before Ryan. What was his name? You brought him
Not
here.
right before Ryan. You're
No?
talking about Danny, and Danny was when Logan was literally 2 years old.
All right, so when did you?
So
and Ryan
I
get
would have
together?
been. I was so when Logan was 2, so I was 21. So from what night? No, because we hung out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. To be fair, I don't remember it very well.
I don't either, to be honest.
I forgot all about that. I frequently forget all about it, and I find that to be for the best.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's the correct way for that to have gone. We just forget.
There's only one amusing part about that, and I know a particularly blonde girl who would not find it as amusing as I did.
No, we don't talk about that. I don't even know that if she knows about that.
She does now.
She don't know nothing. She don't know nothing. And we're gonna keep it that way.
I'm tagging her in this video.
She's bigger than me, and she could probably
No
like
shit.
take me in a fight
She'd
for
fuck
real
you
at
up.
this point. Yeah, like I ain't trying to get my ass beat.
I'm gonna have to butcher this episode.
She would never watch this.
Yeah, but you never
There's
know
like
who will.
zero chance of her coming across it.
Unless I tag her.
I mean, even then, she probably wouldn't watch it.
I'll just tag her and be like, Sammy, we talked about you.
Oh my god, no.
You better
Not a
listen
good
to
idea.
this. You should hear the things that Bree said about you.
Shut up. I hate you.
And then she listens to it and she's like, Bree didn't really say anything about me, but you said a lot.
Yeah, real funny till I get my ass beat.
Yeah, because she can't get to me.
Yeah. Asshole.
Story of my life. No, I'm not saying I'm not a conservative. I am, big time, but a lot.
I feel like a lot I took as satire. There's a lot that I just like. Sometimes, even when I know that you mean it, in my brain, I'm like, that was satire.
You know, and your brother knows this. He even said it to me when I was talking to him before, well, a couple weeks ago. You guys know I'm not a homophobe.
Yeah.
And I'm not a racist. I like
Right.
racist humor. I'm a big fan of racial humor. It's like in the top 10. Like,
It's a red flag.
not much is better than a great black joke.
That's a red flag.
Except for maybe a good brown joke.
See, those are red flags.
Yeah, except I have no issue with black
Well,
people
being
whatsoever.
racist. But then, like, why is it funny?
Because it is.
But if you're not racist, then you don't believe the stereotypes that go along with those jokes.
I don't,
So it's
but I
not
still
funny.
find them amusing.
See, this is the same fucking conversation we had before.
Like, a joke about a black dude doing something to get fried chicken that's ridiculous. That's funny. But I don't think that black people love fried chicken. I do think black people love fried chicken. You know why? I love fried chicken. Everybody
Right.
loves fried chicken.
So then is the joke still funny if it's a
Yes.
white guy?
No,
Okay, so then no.
it is not as funny when it's a white dude.
Then it's
Because
because
the
you're
stereotype is there.
And you're perpetuating it.
But what's a great white stereotype? There's a few. I just can't
That
think
we
of them
don't
in the
season
moment.
anything.
Is that a white stereotype?
Yeah.
I'm not white then.
I mean, yeah, it's a white stereotype, but I don't follow that shit either. We don't like hot food, spicy food.
If somebody came up with a really fucking slapping joke about white people not seasoning something or eating something hot, I would definitely laugh at it.
Right,
Even
because
though
you're white.
I know for a
Proud to
fact
laugh
that
at
both
it.
of those things aren't funny. Or true. Not funny. I meant not true. Because I hate food that is not seasoned.
Right,
Like,
me too. But there
plain
are a lot of white
chicken
people that
is
do,
disgusting.
and I get that. That's also a racial joke. But that's the point. Is like only white people can make that joke about white people. Only black people can make that joke about black people. That's the way it's supposed to go.
No, that's not how it's supposed to go. I actually prefer it when a black dude makes those jokes.
Well, that's a little
Like,
bit.
I
you know.
love Dave Chappelle, and all of his jokes were racial humor. His jokes about white people, his jokes about black people, his jokes about Mexicans. I love that guy. His jokes about trans people. Oh! They are what the kids call, they slap, man. That dude makes the best jokes.
I'm
Bill
just
Burr
saying
makes
that
black jokes about his wife. Is that okay? Because they're married and she's black?
That's
'Cause
not for me to say.
he had a
I'm
great
not
stand-up
holding the
special.
rule book.
He had a great joke where he was talking about things that white people can do that black people can't. And he's like, there was a bunch of them where she's like, she thought it was funny, and then the last one's like, we can get from New York to Los Angeles in under 5 hours on a plane, and she's like, that's fucked up. Because black people fly Spirit Airlines where it takes forever.
Oh my god.
That shit's fucking funny. It's really
I'm
all about
telling
the
you.
joke and how it's delivered, man. I don't
I'm
care if the
not-
stereotype's true or not.
I'm not holding the rule book on what makes you what, okay? I'm just saying that like it's like I feel like whenever I'm evaluating a situation, right? Like we all do when we go into any situation with someone new, like that would be a red flag for me.
Well, yeah, someone new. If someone who looked like you came up and tried being my friend now, I would literally be like, I don't know. I feel like this might cause me some trouble in the future if I say something they don't like. But you, I say things that people like you wouldn't like all the time.
The funny thing is, I feel the same exact way, only about the opposite. Like, whenever I see, like, old white men, especially,
I was going to
I'm
say,
like, oof,
wait, what the fuck is that supposed to mean?
what?
You saying I'm old?
No, but I'm saying, like, that's
You're saying I'm
one of-
equivalent to an old white dude.
I'm saying that your beliefs follow along sometimes with the same crowd.
That's fair.
Right. And so sometimes I have to like take a step back and be like, hey, be careful what I say, because if I say the wrong thing, I'm gonna get a fucking bunch of bullshit on this person, and I don't want to deal with that.
Oh, I love you, Mom.
The upside is,
Love you too, Lila. Go on out. Go on out, Lila. Go, go, go.
if I offend someone
Yes, we see your hand. Go.
who looks like you online, that very well could go well for me. Because I might have people who see that and they're like, you know what? I'm going to support this dude just because these people don't.
That's kind of fucked up.
But it goes the same way both ways, because there is a shit ton of people online who, when they see someone, a fucking purple-haired fucking feminist who goes by they, them online, who gets a little hate from a dude who looks like me, they're like, well, we better support this person now. I mean, they're the LGBT community. The LGBTQAAIPRUF, what the fuck?
I mean, the thing is like, okay, so
I'm not sure when we all just stop being people.
I think that it's not that it's that we're in communities now. We have like support now. You know, like there are communities on like the conservative end of things. And I mean, like, what do you call QAnon if not a fucking community of people, like-minded people?
Retarded?
But it is a community of like-minded people, just like any other community. So like you have like both ends of the spectrum on that. You know what I mean? So like if I were
I find
to,
them equally distasteful.
I know you do. I know you do. I know you do.
I find QAnon just as annoying as I do the Alphabet Mob.
Look, I appreciate that there are people to back us up, you know, like, and I know that like sometimes it goes too far, and there is a line on all of that. I like everything in moderation. That's my opinion on it. Like, yeah, there should be support for people. You can't just be an asshole and bully people and like think that no one's going to say anything to you. You know what I mean? But especially if you put it out there, if you like put it online, they like you come out and you're just like being a fucking dick to somebody, like you're opening yourself up to be told off for being an asshole, you know?
Why do you think I started this supplementary show? So people can see I don't mean all the fucking retarded bullshit that I say on the main show.
I'm glad that I can be the like moral conscience of your show.
You're my fag card. Well, no. Shane's my fag card.
Yeah. He
You're
was
my-
mine before I was really like,
You're my tranny card.
oof.
Now I just got to get myself a black dude and I'm all set. Because the
my
Mexicans don't
God.
get nearly as offended about racism as black people do. Mexicans are like, I got to go to work. I don't have time to be offended by this nonsense.
I mean, I work with a wide variety of like
I got drywall to
ethnic
hang.
groups. I work with literally I work with such a wide variety of ethnic groups, and I can tell you that it's just so funny, like seeing the different like I don't know, it's like having live comparisons on different cultures and like
Holy
different
shit.
ways people are raised.
I just remembered why you were brought up last time. It was the story you told me while I was there about that Korean girl who spoke English.
Oh, she's not Korean. She's
She was something.
oh,
Well, now I'm a racist.
maybe Filipino?
Whatever. Either
No.
way, you thought she didn't
I don't
speak English,
remember.
and then it turned out she
Yeah.
did speak English.
Oh
That's
my
what
God,
we were talking
yeah.
about.
Oh, that
Don't worry.
lady.
I cut out where you worked as well, just in case. You never know who's listening to what podcasts.
Good idea. Good
But
idea.
now we're making this, so it really doesn't matter.
I mean, you can't tell where I work.
No, but your name's right across the bottom.
That's true.
And your face
That's
is
true.
right in the middle, so there's that as well, you know.
Yeah, no.
I'm planning on getting all of my friends fired so that they have to do nothing but the podcast and make it successful for me.
Hey, well, I'm gonna let you know I'm working on that myself. I've already gotten myself on the target, so
Nice.
they looking to fire me anyways.
Awesome. Oh, so here's what I was thinking, because I'm tearing that house down in Hawk Run. So, I'm planning on getting all of my friends fired so that they have to do nothing but the podcast and make it successful for me. Hey, well, I'm gonna let you know I'm working on that myself. I've already gotten myself on the target, so they looking to fire me anyways. I had an idea. This is the same property I was talking to you about.
Okay.
I'm thinking I may leave the trailer that is there because the township said they don't give a fuck about it.
Okay.
So I'm going to fix that up, and I think if it's doable, which it should be, I'm going to make it into a studio.
Okay.
But the property is humongous. So,
Okay.
the offer still stands.
I was actually, telepathy, my man. You and me. I was gonna say, how soon do you think that would be done? Because I may be moving my move date up.
Well, we would still have to find a trailer for you guys to live in.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be like immediate. We still have to buy and move into our new house next year, mid-year. So earliest, I'd say fall next year. Latest, spring the year after. That way I have time to pull the house down, find a trailer, put this one on the property correctly, unlike the other one. Because the other one's technically illegal as fuck.
Of course it is.
My mom fucking just rammed it in there and called it a day.
Of course she did.
So, but yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, with the studio there, I'm not 100% sure how it worked. I think I would technically have to split the property, but you guys would still be able to use whatever. Because you have to subdivide it. In fucking Morris Township, you have to subdivide the property to have 2 trailers on it. To have 2 buildings at all on it. But that rule came into place after the first trailer was there, so they couldn't cite her for having the trailer and the house there.
Why?
I asked the fucking inspector, and he's like, I don't know, bro.
That's so weird.
I know. I'm like, this is my property. I own this, so...
It's big enough.
I know. It's big enough that we could put 4 trailers on there and have room in the center for a fire pit for everybody to fucking gather around.
Commune.
It's big enough for the world's smallest commune. But, no, in Morris Township, that's how it works. I'm like, this is fucking retarded. But
yeah.
But if I subdivide it, we can put the other trailer on there, which would be better for you guys anyway. The one that's on there, it's not inhabitable, which is why I'm considering just stripping the inside down and then drywalling the whole thing and just turning it into a studio, because the office that I have over at the shop is so fucking small. I just got a new couch and a new armchair, and I had to like cram them in there. I have no space anymore. But if I get that, it's got 2 bedrooms, it's got the dining room, it's got the kitchen, it's got a back room that I could turn into an audio recording booth for like the audio books that we're gonna be working on soon.
And if you tear down like walls and shit, then that'll all be open. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And I could leave the bedrooms, I could turn those into offices. I could turn the living room into the podcast studio and then still have the kitchen there, because that's the one thing that really bugs the fuck out of me about the shop is I can't make food there. So I could keep the kitchen there and there'd be a bathroom, because there's no bathroom down at the shop. So I have to go somewhere to take a dump. Dad installed a urinal a long time ago, but it just runs a tube right out into the neighbor's yard. But that doesn't really work for my female co-host who comes in.
I love that for him.
Yeah, it's pretty outstanding. It was pretty genius. It's genius for dudes.
Oh.
So I think making that the studio would work. And then we could literally, like, I mean, I didn't bring that out of nowhere. We could put like a fire pit in the middle between the 2 houses, well, between the 2 buildings. And then it would be easy for you. We could finally, like, at that point, we could record this there together.
Yeah.
You just have to walk across the yard.
That'd be dope as fuck.
You could be there for all special episodes. You could come over for the regular podcast sometimes. Whenever you got lines for the audio books, you could just come over and record. And hopefully by that time, it'll actually be making some money. So, you know.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be way convenient.
I know I told Ryan it'd be the whole yard, but, you know, you guys would still have pretty much free reign of the yard.
Yeah.
And even if we can't sign over the property in that situation, it's not like I'd charge you rent.
Dope.
You guys just pay your bills. It'd be like, it would be essentially the same as owning a house. You just wouldn't own it.
Yeah.
You pay me fucking half the taxes since I'm using half the property too.
Dude, I like it.
You pay half the taxes, I'll pay half the taxes, you pay your own fucking bills. It's not bad.
Not bad. Not a bad deal.
Mm-hmm. And then I can put a big billboard right by the road.
Love it. Decoration.
Fuck yeah. Oh, hey, check it out. There's a cat.
Oh, yes. This is Georgie.
You see mine?
Yes. Seeping.
They're all snuggled the fuck up. There's 2 there.
Oh, yes, I see.
Mm-hmm. The oven's on, so it's warm on top.
Oh.
That's my kitchen heater. And then I have one right here in the cabinet above me.
Kiddos.
That's where the dishes go. He's laying on top of a plate right now. That's his new place. Plus all of our medication and everything is up there, so he just kicks it down constantly.
Rats.
And he just sneezed all over my face.
Beautiful.
Asshole. I miss my other cat. I miss her.
Yeah.
We almost lost one of our dogs the other day.
What?
He got hit by a car.
What?
Bronson, come here. Come here. This dog got hit by a car the other day.
What the fuck you mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's fine.
I know.
How?
I have no idea.
I love his face.
Jordan calls him a meatloaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like a meatloaf.
Him and Bailey were all wrapped up outside the other day, so I went out there to unhook their lines and unwrap them. So I unhooked him because he never runs anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Any other time, this time he took off, ran around the house, and I got it unwrapped, and then I went to go get him because he wouldn't fucking come when I called him. When I came around, I heard screeching tires, I saw a bunch of cars slow down, and I heard him yell. So I get the rest of the way around the house, the cars just keep going. And he starts walking his ass up to the front door limping. I'm like, dude, are you alright? He's got blood right here. He comes inside, he lays down on the couch, and like, he's losing it. His eyes are like closing, he's not responding to anything. His breathing is shallow. I thought he was dead. Jordan's like, I mean, do you want to take him? I'm like, I would rather not. I don't want him to have to die in a fucking vet's office if he doesn't have to. So I ran to go get her from work so that she could be here because I had to go get the kids from school. And by the time we get home, he's perked up.
Oh
He
my
looks at me,
god.
I'm like, all right, I guess take him to the vet. So her mom came and got her, took him to the vet. Her mom went in first. She's like, my daughter's dog got hit by a car. She's bringing him in right now. So they're getting everybody ready. And then he comes walking in behind her. They're like, that dog? He got hit by a car? I was like, yeah. Dude, I don't fucking know.
Oh my god.
One minute he looked like he was gone, and then the next he's fucking good to go. Like, what the fuck?
That's how we lost River.
Jesus Christ.
He got hit by a car, and they just kept on driving too.
Which dog was that?
Can you let him out of the bathroom? That's not nice.
Was that one of your
No,
mom's
but
dogs?
he was crazy. He was.
What?
Was that one of your mom's dogs or one of yours?
Mine. It was the puppy we had.
Where you live now?
Yeah.
Oh, was it right there in front of the house?
Yeah.
Jesus. That doesn't really seem like a place where people would drive fast.
No, you wouldn't think so. The speed limit's like 35, but people whip down our road.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And it was an SUV.
I
And
hate
he was
people.
just a puppy.
That's why I want the fuck out of this house, dude. The speed limit's like 45 right here. We're this far off the road from my front door. And people go like 65, 70.
That's
So,
nuts.
that's it for this episode of whatever we're going to call this. But the closer hasn't changed. Go fuck yourselves.